It is Tuesday. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for some Rated Raw review as Monday Night Raw completed this half of their European tour with a visit to Paris, France, in front of arguably the best crowd nowadays when it comes to WWE events. Even an episode of Monday Night Raw, this Paris crowd was on fire. They responded to Oba Femi like a conquering hero that he is, and one of the biggest stars in the company that he is right now, as he had a confrontation with Dominik Mysterio ahead of their King of the Ring semifinals matchup next week. They had big responses to the King and Queen of the Ring tournament as Javon Evans, the young OG, gets arguably his biggest win on the main roster so far, beating and winning in the main event of the show to move on into the tournament. He'll be in the semifinals as well. Liv Morgan, our WWE Women's World Champion, why is she in the Queen of the Ring tournament? I don't know. And why is she in the semifinals? That I do know is because she's the WWE Women's World Champion. And Penta and Rey Mysterio had a lucha classic, as Michael Cole said last night. And that also featured Ethan Page and Rusev getting involved in the post-match, as well as Dragon Lee. But the biggest story of the evening was Chad Gable making his return as a babyface and getting one of the biggest pops of the night, on the level, or if not louder, than Oba Femi. Does WWE struck gold with Chad Gable, and should they go all the way with it? We're going to talk about all of that, plus the full episode of Monday Night Raw. This is Rated Raw Review. Y'all know the deal. Let's get into it.
Hello, this is RJ City, and I am ethically opposed to any more wrestling podcasts. I don't know why you guys are talking about wrestling. It is a niche product. It is a very small industry. Yet, at this point, there's more wrestling podcasts than there are wrestlers. There is something wrong with society as a whole, but as you get smaller and smaller into wrestling, and then the wrestling podcast sphere, it gets even worse. And one such example, if I may turn on the microscope and look at the drudgery that happens to be True Heel Heat. SP3, Sid, this is your fault.
What's up, True Heel Heat?
True Heel Heat.
What's up? True Heel Heat.
Yo, what up? You know what it is. It's your boy AJ Francis reporting to you live from New York City, the birthplace of hip-hop. And I'm telling you that I'm only tuned in with True Heel Heat Wrestling. Holla at me.
Hello, hello, hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3, and we are live on the True Hill Heat YouTube and Twitch for Rated Raw Review episode 123. Screw your family. For the June 8th, 2026 edition of Monday Night Raw on Netflix as only we can. And to do that, I am joined by my esteemed colleague. He is your resident True Heel hookah enthusiast himself, and as well as my co-host every single week here on Rated Raw Review, the candle maker and sneaker collector known as Top Guy JJ. Top Guy, how you doing?
I'm all right. It's been a long weekend. My God. Almost did not want to get out of bed this morning after this day off, after this fucking tumultuous weekend. But we're here. We got some disappointments. We got some orange people ruining fucking experiences for thousands and thousands of people that pretty much, sold their down payments on their houses to attend this game last night. And oddly, did we get a good episode last night?
Yeah, we did.
What universe are we in?
It's a weird universe. I was gonna say
2 weeks in a row we're gonna have good things to say about Raw.
I was gonna say that the universe is so weird that I know Knicks fans and yourself are like blaming the Orange Man for what happened yesterday, but I think that wasn't even the most disgusting thing. It was the reaction of the Knicks fans after the game was probably the most disgusting thing.
Yeah. That's why I'm not a Knicks fan.
I've never been so vindicated seeing all these videos and being like, this is why I am not a Knicks fan. This is why I try to tell people outside of New York there is a difference between being a New Yorker and being a Knicks fan.
See, as you said, I'm supporting them with my friends, but you'll never see me in Knick colors.
No.
Like the colors of blue and orange will be of my OKC Thunder. But people were getting jumped last night.
Yep.
Like New York, I live here. We have to be the worst losers in the world.
Yep.
This is why losers in the world.
This is why, like, when I'm like, I feel happy for certain Knicks fans, but I can't be happy for New York Knicks fan base because I don't believe this fan base deserves anything good.
All you got to do, for anybody that is wondering what we're talking about, just spend 5 minutes on Instagram.
Just on any social media, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, TikTok, yeah, it's everywhere.
It's so embarrassing that it's the norm.
Yep. This is why, like, I have had to correct multiple people, be like, oh man, yeah, Donald Trump making them go all the way and blocking off the streets. Yeah, that's probably why they reacted like that. I was like, no, they would have reacted like that if they won too.
There were less fights when they won. But God, there's such bad losers. There's such bad losers.
But this is the thing. They're sore losers and they're sore winners. They don't act like any other fan base. They celebrate. They're joyful. No, New York Knicks fans, when they win, they're just rambunctious winners and bragging and trying to do stupid stuff like climb street sign. I'm like, no, I can't associate myself with that.
I wouldn't. You'll never catch me on 34th and 7th on a game day. Never. Those are fucking animals out there. And more power to them, to, you know, showing your fandom and your enthusiasm and all of that. But it is not okay to just consistently like break the law every fucking night. And it's like, oh, but no. You're still fucking people. You're still fucking humans. Everybody in the world is not a New York fan. And that is to be understood, because no New York fans got jumped when they were in San Antonio.
Exactly.
And New York won both games in San Antonio.
Yep.
There was no stories about New Yorkers getting jumped. It's just such a bad taste, man. It's such a bad taste. And what makes it worse is that like 85% of these fans are not Knicks fans.
No. They're just using it as an excuse to do stupid stuff.
They're social media clickbaiters. They're fucking joining the ride. They're just getting on the wave. And if they lose, everybody's putting those Knicks apparel and Knicks gears in the bottom of their drawers, never to be worn again.
I will say, I think what you mean is like 85% of the people that are putting those videos out there are not Knicks fans. But the people that are doing this, 85% of them are not like real Knicks fans that were born in the 90s and had to suffer through the 90s era and the 2000 era of the Knicks. A lot of these, it's kids that are doing a lot of this stuff. These are kids that were born in 2010, 2011. They were born into the Carmelo Anthony days of the New York Knicks. They had to suffer through the Phil Jackson era at most during being a Knicks fan. They ain't the Knicks fans that we grew up with, that we know, that have gone through like the Patrick Ewing era, the Isaiah Thomas era, real true Knicks fans that deserve this moment, but these kids are the ones that's ruining it for them.
And, you know, I'm going to just say, like, you don't need a timeline to be a Knicks fan, but the people that are becoming Knicks fans, and you see it, and this is actually a joke, because you see it all over media, that they're asking what were bigger moments for the Knicks, and they're comparing ISO Speed and Drake, and they're choosing who was bigger. They were picking Aubrey Graham and something Watkins, which are the real names of Drake and ISO Speed, and they're glazing over Watkins over his big moments that's never existed. Like they're picking. So there was a fan that picked between Jeff Hardy and a Jonas brother. And the person really said Jeff Hardy had a bigger moment in 2005 as a member of the New York Knicks. These aren't people. Those are the majority of Knicks fans.
Yeah. That's my thing. Like I've seen multiple, like what I would say are the good Knicks fans that have been suffering, and they gone online and they're like, "Oh man, these other Knicks fans, they're ruining it for us. That they aren't the real Knicks fans." I was like, "No, they are the real Knicks fans. You're the minority. They think that that these are just a few people out of it, and no, this is the example of the majority of Knicks fans. Knicks fans can't be happy for anybody else. When the Knicks was losing, y'all didn't see Knicks fans like being like, "Oh no, congratulations!" Like a lot of the other fans are doing for them and their fan base. Knicks fans never will be caught dead doing anything like that. So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna stop with the "I'm happy for y'all" stuff. I'm not.
And
I'm
then
not. After last night, I'm not anymore.
What makes matters worse to me is that there is so many people, like, all right, for example, and this is even analogies of baseball, football, like if the Yankees aren't going anywhere and the Mets are doing something, we don't like the Mets. No, we don't like the Mets. But we're not going to be like, oh, the Mets fucking stink. They don't belong there. I ain't jacking them. It's like, yo, bring it home for New York.
Yeah.
Football as well. The Giants. If the G-Men ain't going somewhere and there's loyal Giants fans, there's loyal Jets fans. If the Giants ain't going nowhere, you think we're going to vehemently fucking go against the Jets? Oh, it's that way in New York. Because ain't nobody fucking with Brooklyn. Ain't nobody fucking with the Brooklyn Nets at all.
No. They hate the Brooklyn Nets with a passion. They still holding on to Kevin Durant was supposed to come to us instead of y'all. So, but that's our sports talk for today. We're 17 minutes in. We appreciate y'all.
Because I'm over all that shit.
We appreciate y'all for joining us live. Appreciate y'all if you're watching us on demand. If you haven't already and you appreciate us back, drop the thumbs up on the video. That's the best way to do it. And we always appreciate that. You can also share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. You can also sound off in the live chat. We love to interact with all of you and hear your thoughts on last night's Monday Night Raw. And of course, if you're feeling generous, you want to give back to what we do here, you want to show your support to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel in the best way possible, you could do so with a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters. It goes back to the contributors that you see on screen with us here, and we always appreciate the support. We got Dion with a super chat donation. Thank you so much, Dion, for the support. He says, I went down wrestling YouTube rabbit hole, and I want to know, who do y'all think was worse, Prime Hogan or Prime HBK? I'm leaning towards HBK. If you're talking about as far as like as being a politician, it's by far Prime Hogan.
I just had to read that to make sure I was getting that right. There's nobody in the history of professional wrestling that was worse than Prime Hogan.
Yeah.
Hogan was the worst. Hogan didn't want to see no one win. No one but him. Like, I get that. So Prime HBK was a dickhead.
Yeah.
But he worked with any and everybody. And
except if you're Vader.
But he was in the ring. He wasn't undefeated.
Yeah.
He didn't go thousands and thousands of days without losing.
He didn't stop the other superstars from making a fucking union. It's by far worse as Hogan. Hogan stopped the other superstars from making a union.
Yeah, this rabbit hole, Hogan is one of one. This like him and everybody else.
Dion adding, he said Hogan lied a lot, but HBK was a total ass. Hogan could have ended Undertaker's career with his lies, and I think guys like Vader and Davey Boy Smith should have beat HBK's ass in the 90s. I didn't really see HBK until the 2000s, but man, 90s HBK makes me look at him differently. I mean, he was on drugs. He was a malcontent to a lot of different people, but he definitely rode hard from the Clique. He definitely rode hard for his boys in the Clique. At the very least, Hogan tried to keep everyone down or at a certain level below him. I think anything that you could say about being a total ass or being egotistical, being a politician, you could say it all about Hogan. And HBK did not lie like Hogan, so it's definitely Hogan worse.
I mean, if you just want a short clip of politicking 101 in the history of being a really, really bad politician for wrestling, just watch WrestleMania 9.
Yes. Yeah.
Just watch WrestleMania 9.
Exactly. There's nothing on it. You could give me 101 stories about Shawn Michaels behind the scenes. There's no like visual evidence outside of him calling Vader stupid at SummerSlam that is on the level, and that's not even close to on the level of WrestleMania 9.
Yo, this dude really was backstage and gave feedback that he didn't believe Bret Hart was the guy, so he just took the title from him. Like, literally just took the title from him. Just said, nah, I don't see it. Nah, I'm going to take the belt back for a little while. He's not the guy.
I'm back now.
Yeah,
I retired last year, but I'm back now.
Like, who gets to do that? Who gets to just... Oh. And he's not the boss of the company. Oh, nope. Nah. Yeah. He's cool. He's good in the ring, but I don't like him. Yeah, he's not it. I want the belt back.
Yeah. Now, if it was a question of who was like worse, but didn't have like the star power and everything, I think as far as like being a draw gets you a certain amount of power and the ability to be the type of politician. So if you want to say, okay, Hogan was like this amount star power and he's this amount of politician, so it adds up more. Shawn Michaels was not as big of a star as Hulk Hogan, but he might be close to him as a politician. So if that's how you're like grading it, then you would say, yeah, that's Shawn Michaels. But you're saying behavior-wise, politician-wise, it's definitely Hulk Hogan nine times out of 10 and twice on Tuesdays.
Yeah, the question was prime HBK, prime Hogan.
Yeah.
So both at their apexes.
Yeah.
So you got to take both at level sets. And Hogan was at the top of both, literally. He was the man. He was the man. He was the draw. He was what built the company. Yeah. So we're sticking just to the subject. So we're not talking about like all the other traits but in this topic, he is the GOAT of politicians.
Yeah.
And when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah, he was like, you could say Shawn was an ass or Shawn was an asshole. Hogan was just as much of an ass and an asshole to a lot of people. So yeah, HBK never union busted his coworker. That's the apex of it all. Like, that's the one that I immediately thought of when I saw that question. I was like, HBK never stopped his coworkers from making a union.
Bro, this dude destroyed 2 companies. Oh, and he wasn't even in his prime at this time.
No, he wasn't.
He did this off of his prime status.
Amazing.
It is amazing. It is amazing because this is never going to be seen again.
It's it's unlike anything. Roman Reigns couldn't even touch Hulk Hogan in his prime. But yes, we're gonna talk some more about the pro wrestling and of course last night's Monday Night Raw. Let's talk about.
I just thought that's impressive. He fucking tore 2 companies down. That's beyond life goals.
Unlike anybody that's ever seen before or we will ever see ever again. But yeah, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. Last night, Monday Night Raw took place from Paris, France. I said last week the Italy crowd was fantastic, one of the best of the year. I am willing to go as far as this Paris crowd was the very best Monday Night Raw crowd of 2026, and I don't see anybody coming close to this.
Said it last week. WWE needs to just stay overseas, bro. Stay overseas for a couple more months.
You see the comment I just reacted. Did you see the comment I just reacted to? He's actually right. It's 3 companies. We forgot TNA.
Oh, those. Wait, I thought that's what I was talking about. WCW and TNA.
Oh, I was talking about. I thought you were talking about WWE and
WWE's not
WCW.
out of WWE's not down.
Hello, him with the steroids almost did that.
Oh, I mean, what I mean is that the WWE is they're fuck. I'm talking.
But no, you said
I'm talking
nearly
hindsight. I'm just talking because the WWE is fucking bigger profit wise than probably they've ever been. But
there is an argument that he could have. If he says something else in that court case in the steroids trials, he would have turned down that company too.
No, it would have still been 2 because TNA would have never existed. TNA would have never existed.
Fair.
Yeah, my case is WCW. Like, obviously, WCW absolutely just murdered. And then, bro, what is TNA? Y'all literally call them every week LOL TNA.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true.
They're not a company anymore.
I mean, we're going to talk about that more this week with them releasing Steve Macklin. And everybody asking for their releases as of late, it seems like. So we'll talk about that more on Saturday on the flagship podcast. But yeah, like you said, WWE needs to probably shift their whole TV to Europe. It's better. It's better to watch in the afternoon as well.
Such a better feeling just to watch the show. Like it feels premium watching these shows overseas. And then when they come back to the States, you'll get the like you're in a fucking Republican convention.
or you're in Madison Square Garden last night. So we get the usual. We get the usual start. We see everybody who has big matches walking into the building. Then we get a quick recap of the first set of King and Queen of the Ring tournament matches, which leads into our open of the show. Oba Femi. The lights go down and out comes Doom Doom. Doom
Ooh.
Doom.
Ooh.
Doom 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 Doom.
Oba!
Boom,
Oba! Oba!
boom, boom. Who?
Oba! My God, that shit was loud.
That was thunderous. The crowd is doing the strut with him. It was a otherworldly reaction to Oba Femi in France. This crowd absolutely loved him. Oba was all smiles hearing that reaction for himself as the crowd wouldn't even let him speak as they were chanting, Oba, who, Oba, who, Oba, who. Oh my God.
Dude.
This was electric.
Yo, that was actually a great addition with them adding the Oba chants during the fucking intro.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh God, Lee.
a smiling Oba grabbed the mic and he says he would love to hear them keep chanting his name, which led to another chanting of his name. But he says he's gonna, as Paul Heyman would say, he's gonna offer not a prediction, but a spoiler for the King of the Ring tournament. He says that he's going to win it. After all, a ruler needs a crown. He then turned his attention to Brock Lesnar. He says that is a head that he still hasn't claimed yet. Femi noted that they are now 1-1 in their meetings, and that's because Brock cheats. He attacked him from behind. He attacked him when he wasn't looking. He says that Paul Heyman talks about how he has unleashed a bigger, badder beast, but all he has seen is a big, bad bitch. He says that he plans to settle the score with Brock whenever he sees him. And this leads to the music of the AAA Mega Campeon Dominik Mysterio coming out, who will meet Oba Femi next week in the semifinals of the King of the Ring. The crowd boos Dom so loudly that he was honestly hard to hear at times, which was awesome. It brought me back to 2023. Dom called Femi a rookie, saying that he's the ruler of nothing. Dom claimed to be a 20-year veteran and a king of the luchadors. And once he's the king of the ring, he will rule over everyone, including the ruler. Dom asks Femi to bend the knee and respect the stash. While he was doing that, he was causing a distraction for his Judgment Day stablemate, JD McDonagh, to come from behind Oba and hit him with a chair in the back, which Oba barely even flinched on this one. You see Oba turns around at JD and then he punches it right into his big ass forehead. He then goes after JD some more. He grabs him as JD is on the outside, which gives Dom the opening to hit a 619. Dom then comes off the top rope, but Oba is able to catch him and he tosses him halfway across the ring. McDonagh then pulled Mysterio out of the ring as they escape. But this leads to Oba getting on the microphone once again and says that he messed up tonight. Femi says that we all know that Rey Mysterio is Dom's father. But next week, Oba Femi will become your daddy.
Yo! Bar of the night. Bar of the night.
Oba's music hits, and it is official. Next week on Monday Night Raw, back at his regular scheduled time in the United States, it will be Oba Femi one-on-one with Dirty Dominik Mysterio in the semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament. This was one of my favorite starts to Monday Night Raw of the year so far. This was efficient and effective in building up hype for the King of the Ring tournament. It further showed how much of a superstar, megastar in the making Oba Femi is with the reaction that he got from the Paris crowd. He addressed the King of the Ring, promising to win. He addressed Brock Lesnar and continued that rivalry. And then he built up to the semifinal matchup next week. I thought Dom came off well as a very comedic chicken shit heel. You get JD coming in, getting his head plastered with the steel chair, and then Oba just basically brushing off their attack and getting and standing up and having the upper hand heading into next week. And then that final bar, that was great. That was a great exclamation point on this whole segment. And all of this went down in less than 10 minutes. A+ in my opinion. What did you think?
Oh, this was great. This was great. Like, it's a great open to the show. Gets the crowd on fire immediately. I just like hearing Oba Femi talk, bro. He just has like such a fucking swagger to his sound. Like he sounds like a true king. Like he sounds like a true king talking. And just like I don't think I laughed the way I laughed at when JD hit him with that chair and literally he didn't move. like JD's a grown ass man. That shit, he didn't eat. His shirt barely moved.
No.
Like it was like, bam. He put "you fucked up" in real life visuals. Like it was This was great, man, and a little bit of a sell to the 619, which I liked because it to show that he's not unfazable, but you gotta hit him like a grown ass man if you want to fucking do something to that brother. And then he just just tossed them, and bro, with that, no Rey Mysterio is your father, but next week I'm gonna be your daddy. Yo, nah, bro, nah. You ain't got to do them like that, bro. Yo, that was fucking fantastic. That might be like literally my favorite opening of Raw this year.
Yeah, they killed it. That was perfect. That was perfect. Probably the only other one that competes with that is the beginning of the Raw after WrestleMania, also with Oba Femi. Or Oba Femi dropping Brock Lesnar to start that Monday Night Raw, but you had to deal with Seth and his synchronized mass dancers. That was the only bad part.
Yeah. See that kind of is like that's in the way. There's nothing in the way of this. This was just pure joy, admiration, and that Paris crowd really just fucking added so much to it. It was fantastic. That shit was fantastic.
Yeah. Shout outs to the homie Matthew Hooks. Good to see you in the chat. Saying SP3 JJ True Hill Heat. What's up, guys? Good to see you. Hooks in the chat. We got a Power Jar finisher who says Liv was jealous. Yeah, she has Daddy Dom, but now Dom's gonna have his own daddy. Daddy Oba.
Bruh.
But yes, we move on after a recap of last week's matchup in the main event with Braun Breaker. We hear from Seth Rollins. He is asked if he was done with the Vision following last week. Rollins welcomed the French crowd to Monday Night Rollins and said that the Vision is in his past and the King of the Ring, which he will win, is the future. He says after he wins the King of the Ring, he then moves on to someone he knows very well, Roman Reigns. And he sees that Roman can't seem to win a title without any help. And Roman has a tough time and can't really beat him when it matters the most. Rollins says that the World Heavyweight title belongs to a visionary, a revolutionary. It belongs to Seth freaking Rollins. This was fine for Seth Rollins, but I'm gonna need WWE, if you want to continue with this whole narrative, or false narrative is more correct, of Roman Reigns being unable to win a title or retain a title without help. Maybe he shouldn't have won his last 3 matches without help against Jacob Fatu twice and CM Punk. I'm just saying, if that's the story, if you don't want to make Seth Rollins, who's a babyface, look like an idiot and a liar, maybe you should do
that. I mean, his delivery's fine.
Yeah.
His delivery's fine. And the crowd ate it up. So, kudos to them.
Kudos. And yes, King Potato, he says, spoiler alert, the Vision is very much in his present. It's like, dude, they literally spent the whole episode telling us this, and it was quite obvious. I was like, they're talking about this way too much. They're not done with Seth and the Vision, are they?
You know when you can tell that they're done with him is when they stop talking to him about it.
When they stop bringing it up every freaking time he's on screen, maybe that would be the hint that he's actually done with them.
Well, that's going to happen in 2000 and never.
Then we had our opening matchup, which was in the Queen of the Ring opening round matchup. You had Chelsea Green, Alexa Bliss. You had Becky Lynch and the WWE Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan got a good response, but I'm sorry. She gets Oba Femi treatment because trouble, that's me. Cherry lips and bad energy. Say it once, say it twice, and I'll give it to you all night. I'll be your your bad advice.
This nigga learned the whole verse.
You say it one. I don't know the verses. I just know
Thank
the hook.
God.
I'll learn. Don't tempt me. I will learn, sir. I will learn. So yeah, we get this. We get Liv getting a big reaction because it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Liv. Great theme song, and it's her birthday. She's a lucky woman.
That sign was incredible, though.
Yes, it was. Very nice. Very
the
nice.
happy birthday Liv sign was incredible. That was fire.
Yeah. The bell rang and Becky Lynch tried to form a brief alliance with Chelsea Green, but then immediately turned on her. Lynch sent Green to the outside and faced off with Bliss. Lynch tried to get Bliss with a baseball slide, but managed to hit Liv instead. That left all three vulnerable to a crossbody from Green from the ring post. You get Lynch and Bliss moved back into the ring where Lynch dropped a leg on her for a 2 count. Lynch then jawed at referee Jessica Carr. Why does Jessica Carr always get the assignment for Becky Lynch matches? This is some type of conspiracy, I swear. She then clubbed on Bliss and on the mat. Then we get Bliss came back with a jawbreaker and fell victim to a backstabber from Liv. Green then threw some hands at Liv, who countered into a set of 3 amigos. Then Green and Bliss came back and hit a double suplex on Morgan and Lynch. Bliss then threw some shoulders and drop kicks to Lynch and Morgan. Green then went for a double bulldog while Bliss hit a double senton. You get Green, who fired up and spammed some knees, but Becky and Liv turned the tables as Alexa then shrugged off at a Manhattan drop attempt, and Green sent a missile drop kick to Becky's midsection. You get Morgan, who hits a powerbomb on Green, but Bliss broke up the cover with Twisted Bliss to her back, and then Lynch broke up that cover attempt as well. You get Lynch, who tossed Green into Morgan to the outside and went for the manhandle slam on Bliss, who countered it with a blockbuster. You get Morgan, who goes for Oblivion, but Bliss turns that into a Sister Abigail. Lynch then hits a manhandle slam on Alexa, but Green hits the unprettier on Becky. She goes for the cover, but it's Liv who recovers and gets a jackknife pin on Chelsea for the 1-2-3 to move on and advance to the semifinals of the Queen of the Ring tournament. Liv Morgan moves on as the WWE Women's World Champion. So this is kind of a case of positive and negatives. The positive is that it was a pretty fun matchup. The crowd was definitely into it. But the kind of the downside to that is, yes, Liv Morgan has something to do now on Monday Night Raw, but she's in a tournament she has no business being in. And now she's probably going to make it to the finals of that said tournament, which makes no type of sense. But Liv Morgan moves on. She faces the winner of this coming Friday as the final first round matchup will be Ruca versus Lyra Valkyria versus Charlotte Flair versus Jade Cargill on Friday Night SmackDown. So we'll see who moves on to face Liv in the semifinals then. What did you think?
Pretty decent match. Pretty decent match, yeah. I mean, it was great seeing Chelsea Green on Monday Night Raw. But yeah, the wrong person won. The wrong person won this match. She has a championship that she has yet to even feud with anyone yet with.
Nope.
She won this title on April 18th.
Mm-hmm.
That's almost 2 months.
Yep.
And she hasn't even sniffed a program with someone else.
Nope.
But she's in the semifinals in this tournament.
So, yes.
Her feud could have came out of this match.
Yep.
But no,
That's
she
true.
just beat them all.
Yep. Also true.
It's fucking dumb. It's dumb. It's fucking dumb. Now we got to hear this stupid ass song again next week.
You know, I'm happy to hear that. This is what I live for, man. Don't get mad at me because they gave her the best theme song in WWE, and you guys got to hear it every week, man. I'm just the messenger. It took a lot for me to learn the lyrics to that theme song, but I do it for y'all. I do it for the people.
She is the current champion of Monday Night Raw.
Yep.
In 10 days, it will be 2 months.
Yep. All true.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah, the winner of the Queen of the Ring tournament gets a title shot. So she's basically fighting to get a title shot for her own title.
So hold on. So Darby Allin has now lost his championship about 2.5 weeks ago at this point.
Yeah.
And he still has more title defenses than pretty much everybody else on the roster combined.
Also, yeah.
Got it.
Probably everyone except for Penta.
And mind you, a PLE and a PLE is taking place.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep. Thank you for noting this, Sanjo. Look at that. Look at that. Safet letting us know Liv's music video got over 1 million views because it's the greatest theme song of all time.
In today's day and age, that's not a lot.
I'm just saying, though. It is a lot to me. It means a lot to me.
That's not a lot.
It means a lot to me.
She's a WWE celebrity. You know, and now you're going to have me look at how many dislikes it has.
Well, first, we get a hype video for tonight's Intercontinental Championship matchup for Penta defending against Rey Mysterio. I thought this was really well done, talking about what this matchup means to both men, talking about their legacies in Lucha Libre, how Penta is the future of Lucha Libre, which is hilarious when you realize that Penta is 41 years old. They're only 10 years apart, really. But then, after we see Penta and Rey Mysterio's video package, we see Penta is shown backstage when he is approached by the former original El Grande Americano, Chad Gable, who gets a pop from the Paris fans. Gable apologized to Penta for how he's been acting towards Lucha Libre the last couple of years. He says all of this stems from losing to Penta in his debut matchup, but he made a mockery of Lucha Libre and he should have shown more respect, so he apologizes for that. Penta told him that he it's water under the bridge to him. He understands that he has learned his lesson. He heard what he had to say to Rey Fenix and he totally gets it, and now he just wants to accept his apology. But he tells Gable that he knows who he needs to talk to if he wants to really set things right with the world of Lucha Libre. More on that in a bit. What do you think about this redemption tour for Chad Gable?
Well, we are in week 1 of hoping that they are actually doing something with Chad Gable. So at least that's a start. So let's see, because he has gotten nothing but insanely positive reactions every time his face has appeared on screen.
Yes.
Let's see if this place actually gives 2 fucks, because if it's not in their intent for him to get that over, they'll just pull him.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm happy to see it. Like, I think the world of this man as a fucking wrestler and as an athlete and as a fucking performer. But I have so little faith in what this place is going to do for him. I just hope that it's when they come back. So he's going to be really over in all of these places across the countries. It's when he comes back home is what I'm going to be worried about.
That is kind of a question of like how over is he going to be when next week they're back in the States and moving forward. I think that if you position him in the right way and give him a solid push, I think there is a chance that we could see like Chad Gable have a big matchup come SummerSlam, because considering that SummerSlam is taking place in his home state in Minnesota.
Look, man, I want someone other than the fucking normal 4 to win. Yeah. I just want someone other than Seth Rollins, someone other than Roman Reigns, someone other than CM Punk, someone other than Cody Rhodes. Someone outside of those 4 needs to fucking be able to be given an opportunity to fucking do something big.
I agree. Then we get during the ad break, Ethan Page. He was speaking with Byron Saxton. Page says that he's only been here for 2 months and has already had a PLE match for the Intercontinental title. Ethan Page, that was on Saturday night's main event. I don't know if that counts as a PLE. But Page says that he's owed a rematch from that encounter and asks Adam Pearce to make the match for him versus whoever wins tonight. So he's still going after the Intercontinental Championship. And then we also get the announcement that it was announced earlier in the day that for the, I think it's what? So what was this? In February of 2025, The Rock comes out on SmackDown and he announces that the 2026 WrestleMania 42 will take place in New Orleans, right? And then a few months later, it's announced that event is actually going back to Las Vegas. But they said they promised that New Orleans will get a future WrestleMania and a future event in the future. Yeah. Then a few months,
we'll be fucking dead by the time that shit fucking rolls around.
Then a couple of months after that, New Orleans is announced for Money in the Bank coming up this year in 2026, and it was supposed to take place on August 29th. Few weeks after that, it was announced that no, Money in the Bank in New Orleans in 2026 would take place on September 6th. No, September, I think it's September 5th. September 5th or 6th. Now it's been pushed back yet again, and now Money in the Bank is happening on October 10th in New Orleans.
The fuck?
This has become, I think it was Jason Solomon said on Twitter, this has become the GTA of WWE. It just keeps getting postponed. Keeps getting pushed back more and more.
Yeah, if they go back one more week, they'll be in the NBA season.
And then on this show, they announced
why are they so messy?
They are so.
Why is
so disorganized as of late?
Messy.
They're totally disorganized as of late.
These but in the don't even have their next 5 PLEs lined up.
In the place of Money in the Bank in September, we're instead going to get the first ever Sunday Night Heat. During Labor Day weekend on September 6th. It's going to be in Atlanta, Georgia.
And it's Labor Day weekend. Who the fuck is watching that?
I think they were probably under the belief that AEW was still running Labor Day weekend, or maybe AEW was thinking about running Labor Day weekend, and this was WWE trying to get ahead of it.
Who the fuck is watching that Labor Day weekend?
Hey, the same people who watch
you'll watch it because you know Labor Day doesn't really mean anything over there if you're still there at that time. But
yeah, I am. I'm actually I'm coming back to the States soon because I have to take care of stuff. But I'm getting a 2-year visa here, so I'll be here by probably that event.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's 1 week after Wembley too, so I'll definitely be here.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna be watching it, and yeah, you'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Why not?
I'm watching that shit on Labor Day weekend.
Would you watch All Out if it was still on Labor Day weekend?
You see, that's what you make sacrifices for. Fucking Saturday, Sunday night's main event. Fucking arranging my schedule for that shit. The fuck?
You love to see it. You love
Right here,
to see
we're
it.
moving the weekly show to a new day. Here, come check it out. No, I got shit to do.
It's like, why can't this be on Saturday? What's going on? Yeah, it is incredibly stupid, Annika, doing a Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank is supposed to be next month. It's supposed to be in July. It was in June at one point too. It's been in June. It's been in July. It was supposed to be at the end of August. Now it was supposed to be at the beginning of September. Now it's at the beginning of October.
So the fucking Money in the Bank winner can hold the fucking briefcase all the way until SummerSlam 2027.
No, probably all the way to Money in the Bank. Maybe they're moving Money in the Bank to October moving forward.
Meaning, I'm just saying is that they're gonna have the ability to skip 3 of the big 4 and still could possess the briefcase.
This is true.
Got it. Got it.
D Jefferson saying, first you jeopardize WWE stars with Saudi, and then you double down and schedule a New Orleans PLE during hurricane season. There's a reason they announced giving them WrestleMania for this reason. Yeah, that is a good point. That's probably why they made the adjustment, is because they were moving it. That September is hurricane season in New Orleans, so
I'm not buying anything when it comes to reason. They don't have reasons. These motherfuckers just do shit. Like, what about the people? Yeah, I'm assuming they haven't started selling tickets for this yet.
No, I think it goes on sale soon.
Oh, so when it goes on sale and then they change the date again, what are they gonna tell the people that they changed the date to that bought flights?
I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, you can come back. Come back. Just come back. Don't figure
literally what you're just gonna get. Yeah, just come back.
They are very messy. Oh, that would be messy, I will say, Annika, saying TK needs to be messy and do a pay-per-view in New Orleans around Mania season. I have it on good authority that AEW is seriously considering doing a North American stadium show during WrestleMania season.
You know what? If they do that, and if it won't be the week, because they're not going to be that stupid. Then it won't be in the same week or weekend. But if they go to a stadium show during the season, oh, I would attend. I would attend.
I think I would even if I'm under the visa, I would try my best to still go there, go for the event.
Wait, so when you get your visa, that means you can't leave the country?
No, it's just difficult to go back and forth because they're like, why did you get a visa if you're just going back to the States? So I can't.
They have do holiday over there. The fuck?
Yeah. It just depends on when I would get my visa. If I get my visa like at the beginning of next year, then it makes it difficult. But if I get it, if I get it in the next few months, then that's enough time for me to then go during Mania season.
Yeah, like fuck, I just want to go visit, see my family for a week or so.
Yeah, I can do that.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. Don't worry.
I'll be right back. I'll be giving y'all my money. Don't worry.
Oh, Mr. Todd said AEW all in New Orleans and have Will Ospreay versus Adam Page. LOL. Why the hell not? Yeah, I would be very interested what they would do for that show as far as the main event.
It would be great. I know that it would be great. That I know. Like,
yeah, for sure.
I mean, what the fuck did we just get out of Double or Nothing? Like, Jesus Christ. It's like, and then for them to hold a real stadium show and then do a real stadium stampede.
Yep.
Oh,
And then it would be the ultimate karma for WWE as well, because did you see the new, well, we talked about it at the end of last week's show, the news of WWE running Great American Bash on the same day as Forbidden Door and TNA Slammiversary. We talked about that.
I would love it if
podcast.
I would love it if AEW actually did pull that off, because you know why? Because AEW would bring Mania type week into that town. It wouldn't be as big, but then everybody could then do like their independent shows and podcasts.
GCW can do the collective. WrestleCon can do their convention.
Exactly. They can surround their stuff around this event to make it bigger.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, see all this money that y'all could have got, there you go. But you know what? They probably got like quadruple the fucking blood money. So
they getting $500 million for running WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
They don't have to sell a ticket, bro.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. They don't that's literally the definition of like literally you just just dance with the devil and it's like we'll do all the work for you. Like they don't even have to try to be successful at this WrestleMania. They just gotta show up.
Exactly.
This WrestleMania is gonna suck. These niggas got paid up front.
I'm excited for a Forbidden Door because it looks like we're gonna get Ospreay and Swerve in the Owen Hart final. Maybe Mercedes and Athena in the women's Owen Hart.
Yeah, I was right with Mercedes.
You were. You guys nailed it with that. But yes, we'll talk more about the potential AEW Stadium show during Mania season and everything else. But let's get back to Monday Night Raw. We go backstage to Seth Rollins in his locker room, and he's approached by his new pal, the Street Profits' own Montez Ford. They thanked each other for being cool, and Seth thanked Montez for helping him out last week. Then the Usos arrived after Rollins asked Montez how Dawkins was doing. And we get sad Jacob Fatu in the background looking like he just attended a funeral. Jey told Rollins that he better watch his mouth talking about the family. And he also says that he's going to win the King of the Ring and take Cody's WWE title. Rollins said that earlier he was talking about Roman Reigns and not his family. He's not mad at them, just disappointed at the Usos for going back to Reigns. He was like, Jey, that's great. You're in the King of the Ring, but that's more than I can say for Big Jim over here who's sitting on the sidelines just where Roman Reigns wants him. He was like, it's just really disappointing that you guys decided to go back to being Roman's bag boys. Jey and Jimmy did not take kind to that. That leads to Jey telling Jacob to get him to Seth Rollins. Jacob sulked away as he looks in Rollins' eyes, takes off his sunglasses, looks all mean, but realizing that the order came from Jey instead of Roman, he walks away, and Montez continued to stare off into the middle distance while Rollins stick behind him, just kind of laughing at the Usos' inability to tell Jacob what to do. This was nice, and I would be like, okay, this was a good kind of start to the build of what could be Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, but then they ruined that with the main event. So I don't know what this was for. What did you think?
Hindsight is pointless. I don't know where they're going with this bloodline shit going forward, man. I really don't. Like, as soon as Roman forms a bloodline, he takes the week off, you know. Now they're just like fucking three cousins that don't fucking like each other walking around together. Like go get him, Jacob. I don't listen to your ass, walks away. I only acknowledge Roman. So why are you even with them? Like, you don't like them. You don't like them. Why are you even with them? You should only be with them when Roman's around. Like, it was just weird. It was just weird. That segment was weird. Like, I got nothing out of that. I got nothing out of that segment. It's, I guess, cool to see Tez and Seth, you know, kind of being cool with no one to fight. Because they're just going, only people they're literally going back and forth with is Braun and Austin Theory. So they formed an alliance for two people. So basically, they formed an alliance for a tag team.
Yep.
And there's no Paul Heyman there. Yeah, this shit was buns. That segment and stuff. That segment was buns. Like that segment was buns.
Yeah, like I said, I thought that this would have been nice little kind of sowing the seeds for what's going to be Seth versus Roman at SummerSlam, and we still could probably get that, but it doesn't seem like we are after what happens in the main event.
Nope.
Oh well. Backstage, Lyra Valkyria was getting ready for her Intercontinental Championship matchup. This followed a video package going over her history as the former Women's Intercontinental Champion and challenging Sol Ruca tonight. Lyra was warming up when Bayley swung by, and she bigged up Lyra, saying that she's a winner. She's a former WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, a former WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, and NXT Women's Champion, and now tonight she will be a two-time IC Champion, because that is what Lyra Valkyria does. She gives her a big pat on the back, which Lyra looked at her like that was a little aggressive, but it seems like Bayley is being very passive-aggressive. Understandable. Then that leads to the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship matchup. Sol Ruca defending against the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria. We get these two ladies going at it. Off top, you get Valkyria, who grabbed a wrist lock, and that Ruca flipped into a wrist lock of her own. Lyra hits an arm drag, but whiffed on a spin kick, giving Sol a chance to whip her into the corner. We get Lyra, who went for a lariat, but Sol Matrix dodged it and then hit an X Factor for a 2 count. Sol then went for a springboard lariat, but Lyra caught her and sent her over the top rope to the outside. Valkyria then pulled Ruca back in for a cover, but only got 2. Lyra grabbed her with some, put her down with some stomach chops, and then she caught her with a inverted Boston Crab, which looked impressive. Lyra mocked Sol and a bit while the fans were kind of doing the side to side wave for her, so she started doing it while climbing on top of Sol. Sol got a couple of roll-up attempts, but Lyra getting her wits about her. First, she throws some forearms, and then Sol came back, and they traded shots until Sol got a back elbow in. You get Sol, who sent Lyra reeling with a missile dropkick and a high knee for a 2 count. Lyra dropped a leg and then went for a tornado DDT, but Sol countered it, doing a headstand out of that. And then Lyra caught Sol with up and put her on her shoulders for the Nightwing, but Sol countered that into a Soul Snatcher attempt, but Lyra countered that and got her on her shoulders for an electric chair, went for the Nightwing again, but Sol was able to get out of it. Lyra caught her up in the ropes, which allowed her to go for a spin kick, but she got trapped in the ropes herself. Sol takes advantage of that and hits the Soul Snatcher and gets the 1, 2, 3 to pick up the victory here. good matchup. They worked well with each other. Lyra Valkyria showing once again why she's one of the most reliable and best in-ring performers in the entire WWE Women's Division. This is arguably one of Soul's best matches since getting called up to the main roster. Outside of the matches with Becky, I think that she's done good work as far as the quality of her matches. The match with Liv on the Raw after WrestleMania was really good. The match with IYO was really good. And this matchup here was another good one for Soul as she retains the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. And once again, the European crowds are into her theme music, kind of singing along with it and doing the waves side to side with her, which fits the waves for the surfer girl that is Soul Ruca. So a nice showing here and a good response from the fans yet again for Soul. What did you think about this one?
I like it, man. I like her. This match was, listen, you get Lyra Valkyria in the ring with a good worker, it's going to be a great match. Like, honestly, like, Lyra is one of the absolute best women's wrestlers in the entire company, if not the world. Like, Lyra is really good, but Lyra just has to have a good dance partner. And when she has a good dance partner, they're going to create magic. And Soul Ruca is a good dance partner. So they made some magic happen in that ring. Like solid match. Like, solid match.
Good.
Like, not going to, it's not going to win any, like, fucking awards or anything like that. But this was a good, solid, really good television match. They worked well together. Chemistry was good. And she got to hit a proper soul snatcher, which was nice to see.
Well, I wish we would have saw it because they didn't exactly show it. They cut to the wrong camera because they were scared she was going to botch it again.
Well, then that means they don't know their own talent and don't know how good Lyra Valkyria is. Like, she ain't Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch was the one that they had to fucking do, like, the alternate fucking safe angle to make sure that she is like this. Like, Becky fucked that shit up a handful of times. But yeah, like, you know, it was a good match. Good match. I like Soul Ruca, man. Like, if you don't like Soul Ruca, man, just check your pulse real quick because she's just too likable. She's so green is that you can't, like, dislike her right now.
Yeah. You want the best for her. She's like the little sister or crush, however you want to look at her, but you want the best for her because she's still learning on the fly here on the main roster.
And good on them, because if she continues to win, those first two losses will start to fade away and not be as, like, significantly talked about, or won't be cared for as much if she gets good matches with good women and she's pulling off wins defending this championship. The other stuff in the other stuff would be in the rear view.
Disagree. I agree. We get a recap package of last week's Acknowledgement Day as Jacob Fatu acknowledged Roman Reigns and joined up with the Bloodline. We then are shown Jacob backstage, and he is like to himself when Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso come in and yell at him. They said Jey says that he ran the play and he didn't execute the way that they wanted him to, and Jimmy says, like, that's not how it's supposed to be. But Jacob reminded them that he works for Roman and not the Usos. He then changed the topic. He was like, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. He was like, what y'all need to be worried about is your boy LA Knight. Jacob says that Knight was probably out there talking trash about the family while they did nothing about it. Jacob and Jey basically go in opposite direction. Jacob runs out of there. Jimmy is about to say something to Jey, but Jey has already heard Jacob's warning and gone looking for LA Knight, who we see is on his way to the ring. But what did you think about this backstage segment here? Jacob pulling the good old okey doke. Like, you worried about this? What's that over there?
Yeah, and that's exactly why I thought Jacob should have been in the first. Like, fuck you with these motherfuckers if Roman ain't there. He wasn't with those motherfuckers when Roman wasn't there. It's like, the fuck? I don't listen to you bitches. I ain't lose to y'all. Y'all some soft ass fucking side bitches. I don't take orders from the side bitches. Y'all the side bitches. The only one motherfucker that pinned my shoulders to the mat and beat me in the middle of the fucking ring, pause, that fucking deserves any type of acknowledgement, or, you know, and it was a stipulation of the fucking Samoan family heritage. So y'all two, y'all some bitches. Like, fuck out of here.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
Keep it 100 with you, yo. Y'all some soft ass bitches. Go deal with your little boy problems that's over there. Dummies. Yeah. I was fucking with Jacob on this one. Like, fuck, get out of my face, y'all. Fuck.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. He was actually in the right to just be like, fuck y'all mean? I'm not listening to y'all. Y'all some straight bitches. Y'all just went to Roman. Y'all just follow behind Roman. I ain't worried about y'all.
Yeah, move along. I don't watch this man yoke y'all up for years. You done fucking quit in a match to this man. The fuck am I listening to you for?
It's true.
Quit.
It's true. Then we get an ad break promo from Ricky Saints making his Monday Night Raw debut on the show. Byron Saxton asks him if he has the edge that he needs to win the King of the Ring tournament. He says, an edge? Don't talk to me about an edge. But I'll tell you, I am absolute Ricky Saints. I have won the NXT Championship and North American Championship in my first 6 months in the company. That takes some people their entire careers to do, and there is no one else like me. He says that he is a star, and tonight will be the beginning when he proves it. This is Ricky Saints. He knows how to handle himself when he has a microphone in his face. No surprise there. Speaking of someone who knows what to do and what to say when he has a microphone in his hand or in his face, LA Knight is out next.
Yeah.
Knight basically gets the microphone passed to him, but he the production guy accidentally makes him drop it. So he gets pissed off and tells him to pass the mic back to him, and he starts talking. Knight says that his first round fatal 4-way in the King of the Ring tournament is on SmackDown on Friday, and he has catchphrases to say about it. And he says that he expects someone from the bloodline to interfere. He says it might be Jay, it might be Jimmy, it might be Jacob Heimer Smith. His name is my name too. He says they're gonna help Jay.
Fucking Jays.
He said he's gonna help. He says they're gonna get help from their mother, from their cousins, from their father, from their grandfather, from their grandmother, from their neighbor down the street. He says they're gonna help Jay win that fatal 4-way, but in his neighborhood, he doesn't listen to no tribal chief. In his neighborhood, he's the damn chief around here. He then, the crowd loved every minute of this promo. This was probably LA Knight's best promo on the mic of the year so far. He had fire. He had intensity when he was talking about everything. He suggests that GM Adam Pearce is in the pocket of the bloodline, but the fans love him. So he will make them a promise that he will never quit or be stopped. He then wished Jay luck in winning the match without calling for backup. This led to the Yeet Man, Jey Uso, coming down to the ring. He comes out. His entrance was shortened from 15 minutes to a reasonable 4. He grabbed the mic to talk tonight, but instead he ran it back again and did his entrance. Yeah, he was that upset that he had to do his entrance again. Now a near breathless Jey Uso says he tells Knight to stay in his own lane. I don't need any help. This is your warning shot. Bang. Bow. Then his music started again. Jey went to leave, but LA Knight cut him off as he was going up the entranceway. And he says, Jey has it all wrong. He respects Jey and his family and how protective they are of each other. So he means this from the bottom of his heart, from the top to the bottom. Screw your family. Jey stops back to the ring to fight him about it. Before he could get there, though, Jimmy ran out and prevented this confrontation from going down as LA Knight stood tall in the ring. Like I said, I thought this was LA Knight's best performance of the mic of the year so far. He had intensity. He was funny. He had passion. He had some fire to what he was saying as well. This felt like 2023, 2024 LA Knight more than the LA Knight directionless LA Knight that we've gotten as of late. What did you think?
Yeah, this was fun. This was fun. Even from the beginning when he came out and the producer threw him a bad mic toss. And the fucking crowd popped big to that shit when he gave him a good pass and he was able to catch the mic. So it was like, all right, he about to cook. He about to cook. And I mean, I love his consistency. I'll tell you that. He is consistent. Like, he has not stopped berating the bloodline for 3 years. Like, he has not, like, he doesn't like any iteration of it. He doesn't like any form of it. In his mind, he sees right through all the bullshit. He already knows what's coming. He knows what's going to happen. He's seen it before. He's been involved in it before. It's cost him the title multiple times. So he's like, nah. And you know, he said it for the PG. He said it for the PG people. But for all the people that was reading that and hearing that like adults, we all know he said, "Fuck your family."
Yeah.
So I loved it. And then Jimmy came out to save his little brother from getting his ass whooped because, you know, he already fucking blew a gasket from yeeting to death. So he didn't even have anything to go with. So he'd have threw a super kick and probably just fucking fainted, passed out.
He would have done that dive where he trips over the top rope.
Oh God, dude, I can't believe they actually made that. I still can't believe to this day that they made that a storyline, bro.
That was the worst.
You can't wrestle storyline is unreal, bro.
I mean, I am happy they did that because that gave us the greatest moment in Rated Raw review history was when Romeo was defending that bullshit.
You know, they're on live television telling us, the fan, that their employee can't work.
He gets blown up when he eats.
Yeah. That's all I'm on here when I hear LA Knight say that. Fuck your family. Fuck your family. I'm gonna fuck all of y'all up one by one. I'm gonna catch y'all outside. How about that?
Oh man, that was good. Yeah. This was good. This is good. I appreciate LA Knight bringing a little something extra in front of this hot crowd, and the hot crowd added to the segment as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think now that LA Knight wins on Friday to move on in the King of the Ring tournament? Because I would think that he would be one of the favorites to win the whole thing if he does move on.
Who's in the match with him?
It's him, Royce Keys, Finn Balor, and Jey Uso.
Oh, nah, LA Knight's not winning that match. Jimmy Uso's gonna cost him that shit.
You think so? I think they will do something like Jay telling Jimmy not to get involved.
Oh, so then, because this match is on Friday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is great. This would be great. You know what? I want LA Knight to win because what's going to happen is that the Tribal Chief returns next week returns. Love that. We're back in the summer and the season of Roman Reigns returns every other week. So this motherfucker had a whole vignette of him coming back, and this motherfucker took a week off. But yeah, so it's gonna be great when Jey Uso loses this match, and then he has to face the tribal chief as a loser.
Yeah, give it to me. Give it
you need to
me.
Level up. He told you need to level up.
He gonna be like, maybe I should have sent Jacob to do that.
And then then Jacob laughs for the first time since being a member of the bloodline. Like, yeah, you got to send a man to do a boy's work.
Perfect. Backstage, we would continue the Chad Gable apology tour as he approaches AAA GM and Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. Lee says that he and Gable were good now, as Gable has shown Lucha a lot of respect. Ray added that at one point he wanted to smack the hell out of Chad Gable, but his mask versus mask matchup, man, I watched that, and that was true Lucha Libre. So yeah, they are all good. Ray, though, mentions he stops Gable when he's about to walk away, and he mentions that Gable may have to look back even further for things that he needs to apologize for and things that he regretted saying way before he even put on the mask. And Gable seems to be taking that under advisement. I am enjoying this whole redemption arc for Chad Gable because it really feels like each segment is informing the next one. Like the segment he had with Ray Phoenix led into the one with Penta. The one with Penta led into the one with this one. And now this one is setting up a reunion of Alpha Academy where he has to apologize to Otis and Akira Tozawa.
And Maxine, for some reason.
And Maxine, even though Maxine is probably going to turn on Alpha Academy.
Even though Maxine is out here getting piped by fucking Austin Theory. She out here getting piped by Austin Theory. Listen, man. He left them astray. She went to go get some meat. Like, yo, she's with this man every week. Every week.
She is. Every week. If you pay attention and someone's walking backstage, you look in the background, there go Theory and Maxine creeping again. I said they creep. Yeah, just creeping all around y'all, and nobody else has to know. Oh, so he creeps. Yeah. Please. Maxine getting them G's clap, getting them 30 G claps. She out here falling to peer pressure. Maxine with Austin Theory is nasty work.
Yo, he even changed her attitude, bro. He is really putting the pressure on her.
Pressure. He making us so humble. Humble. I'm so humble.
Now she got a new attitude. She dressing different. She got on these tight dresses now. Yeah, putting in that work. Yep. She is no longer a babe. She a hottie.
He done changed her. Done turn her out. All right, let's talk about the matchup that was probably hyped up the most out of all the matches on this show for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. It was Penta defending against his idol, Rey Mysterio. Right off the opening bell, we get a show of respect between the two men. You get Penta, who gets a head scissors takedown, and then Rey responds with one of his own. They trade moves, and neither getting the upper hand until Rey dodged a baseball slide and then hit a moonsault off the apron onto Penta. We get Penta, who sent Rey into the ring post on the outside, and then he chopped him hard against the ring post until Rey dodged one, and Penta hit his hand very hard on the LED screen. Rey sent them back into the ring where Penta hit him with a tilt-a-war backbreaker. We get Penta who hits a drop kick a super kick off the ropes for a 2 count. He went back to the chops, shushing the crowd so they could hear the impact. Penta then hit a kick to the face and then did a headstand drop kick into the corner on Rey, who rolled to the outside and got caught with a tope con hilo. We get back in the ring and Rey got up and threw a kick. Penta was able to counter into a backstabber. Penta then went back to the chops, but Rey managed to counter into a tornado DDT. He hits a sunset flip powerbomb into the barricade on the outside and then came over to have a look at the Intercontinental title. We get Rey who led Penta into the steel steps. Penta tried to get away, luring Rey into a super kick. He hoisted him up in a gorilla press and then dropped him onto the ring apron. Then we get back inside the ropes where Penta went for a cover, but Rey kicked out at 2. They started trading chops yet again. You could see the redness forming on Rey's chest until Penta kicked Rey in his legs out from under him. Penta then went for a Penta driver, but Rey got out of it. He hits a super kick of his own, but then Penta comes back and Rey walks right into a super kick again and then managed to hit the Penta driver, but Rey's able to kick out at 2.5. We get a crazy moment where Rey hits this poison Rana where he lands high on the top of his head at the same time as Penta doing it to himself. Then Rey hits him with the 619. He then follows up with the drop in the dime. He goes for the cover, but Penta kicks out at 2.5 himself. Rey ate a super kick, and then Penta went for a Mexican destroyer, but Rey countered and set him up for the 619. Rey hits the 619. He heads to the top rope for a frog splash, but Penta gets his knees up. Penta gets into his feet, and he hits him with the Mexican destroyer. He gets the cover, gets the 1-2-3 to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Excellent matchup. This was a straight up banger. Fast-paced action, Lucha Libre's finest going at it here. Rey Mysterio at 51 years old is going to go down as one of the greatest 50-year-old wrestlers of all time. He is so timeless. He has not lost a step despite all the injuries that he's been through over the last couple of years and the infrequency that he's been in the ring. Every time he comes into the ring, he just reminds us that he's one of the best ever, and this was another one of those moments. This is one of the best Monday Night Raw matches of the year, right up there with the Finn Balor and Rey Mysterio, the Finn Balor and CM Punk matchup in Ireland, and last week was Seth and Braun Breaker. Mind you, all 3 of those matches that I'm mentioning here were in front of European crowds. So once again, Raw should just stay in Europe. But these two guys just had a match that was so different from those other 2 matches. It was fast-paced. It had a purpose to it. It felt like 2 different generations of Lucha Libre going at it with one another, but neither one was like missing a step in this one, and they were going back and forth with nonstop action throughout. And I love when Penta is able to kind of use more of his power and be more of a bully in the ring. He didn't play like the heel necessarily, but he did play the bigger of the 2 competitors, and it led to Rey getting some close calls in this matchup and made it an even better matchup. And the France crowd added so much to this one as well. We get a show of respect from both men after the matchup until Rusev and Ethan Page show up and jump them from behind. You get the beatdown ensues where you get Rusev who puts him down, and then Dragon Lee runs out to try to make the save for the baby faces. Unfortunately, he dispatches of Rusev and Page to the outside, but then when he goes for a dive, Page grabs his ankle and dumps him over the outside barricade, laying him out. We then get Rusev, who gets back into the ring with Ethan Page, and he puts Rey in the accolade before Ethan Page tells him to rip his mask off, and Rusev does it, unmasking Rey Mysterio. Oh my God, no one has ever seen Rey Mysterio without his mask in WWE. But they do not stand tall here as the music, the original music, the American Alpha, the music of Chad Gable hits, and he runs out to a huge pop from this Paris crowd. He runs down, he starts delivering German suplex after German suplex after German suplex to Rusev and Page, saving the luchadors. He gets hyped and the crowd is just roaring for him. Everyone is on their feet as he's going ballistic here. He then grabs Ethan Page's ankle and he locks him in the ankle lock. Rusev has to drag Ethan to safety to save him from the hands of the former Olympian. Lee comes in with the towel and he covers Rey's face. Gable sees the mask on the mat. He grabs it, and in a great show of character development and furthering his whole redemption arc, he knows all about being unmasked, so he hands the mask over to the luchadors, who put it back on to Rey Mysterio. Rey, Dragon, and Penta all show their respect to Gable as the crowd is still going crazy for Chad Gable here. This was fucking awesome. Chad Gable, if I'm watching this and I got the pen or I'm the booker of WWE, I'm like, what do I have to do? Who do I have to attack from that four-way we just talked about in the King of the Ring to get them out of there and Chad Gable in? Chad Gable would be my pick to win the King of the Ring. If you want to go in the direction of doing the Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar matchup at SummerSlam and you're not going to go with Oba Femi winning the King of the Ring, Chad Gable is the guy. Chad Gable needs to win the King of the Ring. He needs to win the whole tournament, and he needs to face Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship in his hometown of Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm strapping the fucking rocket to Chad Gable.
NASA rocket on this man.
I'm strapping, dude. He came off like the biggest fucking babyface in the world, saving the luchadors here. You can't pussyfoot around this. I know everybody's like, oh yeah, he can be in the Intercontinental Championship matchup. You know, that's just he can be in the Intercontinental Championship matchup. Oh, he can do his whole feud with Gunther again for the WWE title. No, fuck that. Put him in the ring with the #1 star in the company, because that win, lose, or draw, him versus Roman Reigns does more for him than facing anybody else in the company. I'm a Chad Gable guy. Hearing that American Alpha theme music did something to me. It did something. I was just like Paris. I was on my feet watching this, and I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, this match was awesome. Fucking incredible. Yeah. This match was fucking incredible. Like, oh my God. This man is over 50 years old and giving us this type of match with the hottest luchador in the present time in pretty much the world. Like, wow. They were so magnetic in the ring. They were so magical. It was they gave a fantastical story in the ring. You know, must we say. But that was beautiful. Match was fucking beautiful. And I was like, these. All right, so the match is unbothered, which I love, which is great. So the post-match attack happens, and I was like, these niggas is not about to give Rusev this moment. They're not about to give the #1 bum of 2025 this fucking moniker moment right here. They're not really about to do this. They let him just yank this man's mask off. I was like, Rusev gets to do this? And hearing that American Alpha theme, I don't know when was the last time for like any type of like big superstar that like I got like little chills from that shit. And it was the Paris pop that did it as well. Like the combination of the two was like, if you this and just reacting to every suplex, to everything he's doing. And this Chad Gable, if that didn't remind you of Baby Kurt, like the intensity, the fucking passion that he finally has displayed, like, it's like, dude, you've been baby Kurt this whole time. You've been baby Kurt this whole time. You've just never tapped into the demeanor of Kurt. You've never tapped into it. And last night, he finally tapped into the intensity. He's always had that smidge of integrity because he loves the wrestling business. He's always been a smart guy, but that fucking intensity finally reared, and I was like, damn, these motherfuckers might have themselves another fucking star if they do this shit right. If they and this is one that they gotta get right, because he can't go back to the bullshit match time, like the fucking card filler matches with just regular fucking Joe Schmoes and whoever the fuck has fucking free time. Like, no one wants to see Chad Gable versus Austin Theory. Like, no one wants to see that. If you're going to get that response, this story, this reaction from everybody, and him on top of that fucking giving that fucking, basically the fucking confirmation of him tapping into that baby Kurt, we gotta go with this. We gotta go for the home run. You gotta go for the home run. Now, he damn sure ain't fighting Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. But
that's what you should do. That's what you should do. I'm telling Annika this. We established this last week. We established this on so many podcasts. Cody ain't that guy. Fuck Cody. No, Cody is not good enough. No, Chad Gable versus Roman Reigns is the thing to do if you want to cement him as a main event star. Him versus Cody, that does nothing. Cody's not the guy. He's the number 2 guy.
And the thing that Chad Gable's been missing this entire time is context. He's been missing context. He's been missing story. He's been missing meaning. He literally gained all of it with the Grande Americano discovery. Yeah. Like him losing that is going to be the greatest thing that has ever happened to his wrestling career. Because everyone knew who he was, obviously. Everyone knew, but it was almost like for the first year, it felt like a joke. For the first 18 months, it started to feel like it was like this shit ain't going nowhere. And then he puts on the match of the year. And I said this shit the last time I was on here with you guys, with you, my brother, literally last week. Yeah. I said, I don't care. You can argue with your mama. You can argue with your siblings. That him and Ludwig Kaiser put on the WWE match of the year. Yeah. At that AAA event. The match of the year for the WWE. And I don't care what anybody thinks of that. There's not a better match that this company will deliver for the rest of the year than that mask versus mask match.
I don't see it. Yeah,
and
I don't see.
You gotta capitalize on that. Like, if you want to print money, you want to print money with another American fucking hero that basically carries on that Olympic. He's not a gold medalist, no, but he is an Olympic athlete. But the fact that he could still carry the tradition and still kind of portray it and execute the way that his mentor did, dude, just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. Like, no one's gonna argue against it.
No. And I would love for
thumbnail. Look at the fucking thumbnail.
We had a thumbnail change. Shout outs to Romeo. Thank you, Romeo, for that. I told him earlier. I was like, the LA Knight thing ain't the biggest thing from this show. It's Chad fucking Gable, please. Thank you, Romeo. Appreciate you, good sir.
Like, if you could just, I don't know if you could just kind of put that thumbnail as the only thing on the screen, and if you tell me that that is not motherfucking Baby Kurt, nothing will. That is fucking Baby Kurt.
I've always thought that. I've thought that from the I've told this story a few times since the mask versus mask matchup. I said from the moment I saw him in his vignettes trying to convince Jason Jordan to be his tag team partner when they were in NXT before they even created American Alpha, I was instantly, when I saw him in a backstage segment, I was like, oh, that's little Kurt Angle. That's little Kurt Angle. That's Kurt Angle Jr. He had the charisma from the moment I saw him. He had that quirky type of personality and charisma to him. And they just have never always kind of gone all the way and fully tapping into that. They've done it as a heel, as a mid-card heel. They've done it even as a babyface run when he was challenging Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship, but they need to go full throttle all the way with it. I mean, Annika saying, how about Chad retiring Lesnar? Because I still have hope for Oba versus Roman. My whole thing is, why are you bringing back Brock Lesnar if you're not going to have Oba Femi really retire him this time? Why do the Oba Femi fake retire him, then just beat him at a show before he actually retires, and then he faces someone else at SummerSlam? That doesn't make too much sense to me. That's like, okay, so you are taking back the accomplishment that Oba had and giving it to somebody else?
You know, just flared off in my head, and I don't think anybody's even mentioned it in here. Could you just imagine how crazy it would be with this version of Chad Gable versus Oba Femi?
Ooh.
That would be what Annika says in the comments.
Yeah, that would be the real Lesnar and Kurt
of 2026 would be Chad Gable and Oba Femi.
Yeah. I agree. That would be a lot of fun.
But now that we're out of fantasy land, we all know the WWE is going to fuck all this up.
Yeah, one way or another. Yeah, they'll figure it out to fuck it up.
They're going to fuck every fantastical idea that we just dropped, and we'll get a rematch of we'll get a match of Chad Gable versus Otis.
Chad Gable would be feuding with the Creed brothers in a month.
We'll get a tournament match of Chad Gable versus Damian Priest.
Also true.
The shit that no one asks for or no one wants to see. It's like, yo, we just throw these prime shits that gets everybody on board, and it's like, nah. I don't see it.
Not gonna happen. Not in this company. I
don't see it.
We got our boy James Hayes, one of our members of the channel, one of our Patreon backers as well. Shout outs to James. Thank you so much. Saw you on Twitch as well, joining us over there. Appreciate you. You've been a member of the channel for 34 months, nearly 3 years. Thank you so much, good sir. He says, little Paul will fumble the ball. He always does. I mean, yeah, we just say things because we want to get excited. We want to go full throttle. We want to feel like those Paris fans felt in this moment, and we want that moment to last and build momentum for a guy that has worked so hard, that has been one of the most underrated guys on this roster, that has made so many different characters that weren't supposed to work. Shorty G, the Alpha Academy, how it was originally brought to us with Otis. He made all of those things work. He made all those things work. American Alpha, he made that work. His tag team with Bobby Roode, he made that work and put on great matches against the Revival, aka the FTR. He's made every little thing that they gave to him work. The original El Grande Americano is kind of like the apex of all the things that weren't supposed to work. He made those things work, and now he's able to be himself, and now he has the momentum possible to make him a main eventer. I can only have hope at this point. I know I should have probably lost that hope long ago with this company and their reputation, but I'm going to hold on to hope because that's sometimes all you got with WWE.
But, and at the same time, when we talk about these different things, it's because we all want to see the WWE be great.
Yeah.
We want to see them be great. It's them that makes us talk bad about them. It's not because we just wake up in the morning and say, oh, I want to shit on WWE. It's the shit that they give you most of the time. And when you see moments like last week at AAA, when you see that from 2 weeks ago, and it's from somebody that you see something in, and something that you like, damn, all they got to do is get this man one shot, give him one real chance, and then let him do what he does. Either he succeeds or he fails. But if we know what our eyes see and he's a success, everyone wins. Everyone wins. And Chad Gable and Ludwig Kaiser gave us hope that there are other superstars outside of the big four. And that's basically where it's at, right? Like there's gotta be someone else to get us hyped. There's gotta be someone else to. Why do you think we're riding this Oba wave so fucking heavy? It's because it's something other than Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, CM Punk. Like it's somebody other than them. And it's like, oh my God, they have so many other people that we can do this with. And they just keep reverting back to the same old shit.
They always just go back to the old faithful. Faithful every single time.
Holding on to hope until they take it away.
And we know they will. Oh, but yes.
Let us be happy for a week.
We want to be happy. We want to be happy for once.
Give SP. Give it to him. Give it to him now. Book it. Chad Gable comes in for an injured. Whoever the fuck. You can. Any one of them could get injured.
Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Jey Uso gets injured.
Who's the other guy in that match? Who's the other? You said
Royce Keys. Royce Keys gets injured. Or Finn Balor. Get injured.
The MFTs could fucking abduct him or some shit and then turn him into an MFT. And then you insert. They'll find a way. They can find a way, get that man in this match, and at least kind of, even if you give the threat of Chad Gable potentially going that far, it would be some type of hope.
Yeah, and I've made this comparison before, Dion. He's saying it's very similar to how Daniel Bryan came from a comedy angle, Team Hell No, into top guy status. I said that the El Grande Americano will go down as one of the biggest and best happy accidents in WWE history since Daniel Bryan's Yes Movement. Daniel Bryan's Yes Movement, they never thought it would hit the apex and be the main event and him winning the world title in the main event of WrestleMania. They never thought it was going to pay off that way, but it led to a couple of things that were out of their control, like CM Punk leaving the company, Bryan getting over to the point that he was, and everything falling into place for him to hit that period. For El Grande Americano, it took Chad Gable getting injured, Ludwig Kaiser catching fire in Mexico underneath the mask, and then Chad Gable coming back and them just having this whirlwind into the mask versus mask. Now they have him at that point. They need to capitalize on it.
Like, I wish, honestly, this is one of the only times that I wish I could see what Gorilla looked like when that music hit and that pop happened. I want to see. I would be genuinely curious to see if that is what they kind of thought was going to happen, or were they taken aback by it, by how fucking massive that pop was for him.
It was a huge pop, but he got a huge pop on Friday on SmackDown when he just appeared in backstage segments.
Yeah, but he was live on T. He was live in the ring. He was in the ring, and that shit just got people going crazy. And then he matched the intensity. So he didn't just go out there do suit. Like when it's like when you meet the crowd and the fire and you give them that, that's something somebody like, you know, Edge was really great at. And that's what so many people followed his footsteps in, is feeding off of the crowd, feeding off of what they're doing, which gets them even more hyped. And he fed off that shit, which got him even more hyped, which got them hyped.
Great.
It was great.
Give me more, please. Give me more. We had a pair of pre-tape promos. First from Raquel Rodriguez, who says that she is going to beat IYO SKY in the Queen of the Ring semifinals. She says that she has beaten IYO SKY before and she's going to do it again. So the Judgment Day will take over the women's division. So she beats IYO's little friend Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's Championship at SummerSlam. She then aggressively chewed her gum. We get a strut.
Put her unwiped glasses on.
Yes. So we get a strut cam from the France crowd, as a few people have the ability to keep a beat and do the Oba Femi strut. Then we get another pre-tape promo, this time from IYO SKY, in which she claimed that Raquel Rodriguez has no honor or heart. She promised to win their Queen of the Ring semifinal matchup next week and put the Judgment Day in its place. That will go down next week on Monday Night Raw. It will be IYO SKY versus Raquel Rodriguez in the semifinals of the Queen of the Ring tournament. Should have been JC Jane.
Should have been JC Jane.
Should have been JC.
But you know what? This would be a lot easier, like, thing for everyone to digest. Raquel losing again.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So this will be a lot easier. And, you know, won't be surprised at all if Liv accidentally costs her this match. Accidentally.
Or her other Judgment Day stablemate, because this seemed a little too nice for her being upset last week. But we go backstage to the Judgment Day clubhouse, and Roxanne Perez was all apologetic to Liv Morgan. She said that Liv was right, that she needs to focus on the Judgment Day because the Judgment Day is family. And she says that Liv or Raquel facing off in the Queen of the Ring would be great for the Judgment Day. Liv kind of just brushes that off as Dom Mysterio comes into the room with JD McDonagh, and Morgan says that she had some ideas about how to handle Oba Femi next week. As they left to discuss strategy, they told Roxanne to come, but she remained behind doing that sly side-eye thing wrestlers do when they're being suspicious. Any thoughts?
No.
The Judgment Day is so cooked to me.
They're so lame. They're just lame. They're just, as a group, they're just lame.
Yeah. It's like y'all have been doing the same shtick for 4 years now.
Like, that whole room has, like, and it's like collectively, like, they all might be pretty damn good, like, individuals, but as a group, they literally have no aura. Like, none. It's literally just like you're going backstage to see what they're talking about in catering.
Hey, I'm like scared the fact that it really feels like no one from SmackDown is going to advance to the semifinals in either the King or Queen of the Ring tournament.
Because no one watches that shit. No one watches SmackDown, so no one's going to notice.
The tree falls in the woods. Does anyone hear it? Did it really
fall? After what y'all niggas said on fucking True Hill Heat, like, dog. Like, what? Raquel won on SmackDown. Like, the fuck? The fuck? I'm going to say that Raquel won on SmackDown. The fuck?
Over JC Jane.
And then Royce Keys just lost to Talla Tonga?
All for Talla Tonga to lose in this main event.
What the fuck? I
What a
feel
show.
bad for y'all niggas watching that shit.
Annika's blaming you. So it's your fault, tough guy. Still blaming you.
Blaming me for what?
All
You
of this.
blaming me for SmackDown being such shit? For being unwatchable? For being the thing that most people... Yo, bro, I didn't even remember who their champions were except for Cody Rhodes. And then I had to remember, oh, yeah, Trick Williams is their fucking Intercontinental Champion.
The U.S. champion.
I don't even know... Oh, whatever. I don't even...
Rhea Ripley is their women's champion.
Who's their SmackDown tag team champions?
R-Truth and Damian Priest.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my. Yeah. For Raquel, I tried. I tried. Wait a minute. I tried to defend this bum. Josh warned me for weeks. For weeks, he reminded me.
Josh would just show up in our chat and be like, stop talking about it.
And then I get and then my girl Steph gets stuck with this bitch for like 3 months.
Yeah, that's when you jumped off that bandwagon real quick.
For 3 months, and she lost every time.
Yeah, Power Driver Finisher is another Raquel truther. He stayed on the bandwagon longer than you did too.
Like the fuck? Like she's a purebred loser. And then she goes to SmackDown and wins in a match with JC Jane in it. So, man, fuck that show, bro.
All right, let's talk about the main event from last night's show. King of the Ring opening round matchup. Seth freaking Rollins, Ricky Saints, Talla Tonga, and the young OG, Javon Evans. The bell rings, and everyone is very apprehensive at first until Saints jumps Rollins and takes him to the floor. Evans and Tonga go at it, with Evans using his speed to stay out of Tonga's grasp. Rollins came back and he dispatched of Saints, but that left him face-to-face with Tonga. Tonga lays him out with a big shoulder tackle, flipping him inside out. Evans came back in, and him and Rollins started throwing punches at Talla until a stereo super kick sent him to the ropes. Rollins and Evans tried to get him over the top rope, but Saints arrived to play spoiler. Saints threw Evans to Tonga for a slam, then held Rollins up as Tonga hits him with a big chop. They did the same to Javon, smacking them both. Then he smacked Saints as well. But this was after Saints did a high five to Tonga, and then he hits him with the big boot. Tonga then sent Saints and Rollins out, then threw Evans in a gorilla press down to the floor on top of his other opponents. Tonga then went to the outside and threw Saints into the barricade. He launched Evans into the ring post and then threw Rollins back inside. Tonga then dropped an elbow drop on Rollins, who staggered up and tried to chop him. Tonga no-sold it and smacked Rollins to the mat. Evans came back in and Talla threw him right back outside. Same with Saints. You get Tonga, who followed them and bounced Ricky head first off of the ring, off of the barricade. We get Evans, who is inside while the others are on the outside, as he does his big "we outside" dive onto the pile out on the floor. Saints and Rollins got back in the ring and they traded blows until Rollins took control with a series of clotheslines. He hits a knee and then a Falcon Arrow. He goes for the pedigree, but Evans interrupted with an OG cutter. Evans then went up top and he got a kick from Rollins on the way down. Rollins goes for the buckle bomb. Evans counters that and sends Rollins outside. That left Evans open to a Revolution DDT from Ricky, but Evans kicks out. Saints then went up top, but Javon met him with a super Spanish fly after slipping off the top rope. Rollins came back in and he hits Evans with the pedigree, but Tonga breaks up the cover. Rollins pulled down the top rope, sending Talla to the outside. Ricky dumps Rollins to the outside, but then Evans sent Saints to the floor as well. Evans then dove over the top rope to take out the field yet again. Back inside, you get Saints, who cut off Evans from hitting an OG cutter, and Rollins took them both to the top rope. Talla came in and he hits a double power bomb on Rollins and Evans, Rollins and Saints, but Evans lands on his feet. Tonga then had to take him down with a slam, but Rollins breaks up the cover. You get Talla, who sent Rollins to the floor. They clear off the announce table, but Evans then dove at Tonga and he got caught, but Talla bounced him off of the table. You get Rollins, who took advantage of this as he hits a curb stomp on Talla. Rollins then blocked the revolutionary DDT. He pinned Saints in the ring, but before the referee could count 3, you get Austin Theory, who pulls the referee out and stops the count. Montez Ford comes down and he cuts off Theory. They fight into the crowd, but as the referee's distracted with that, Braun Breaker comes into the ring and spears his former Vision leader. Ricky Saints looks like he has all the time in the world to get the cover, but Evans cuts him off. He hits the OG cutter on Ricky. 1, 2, 3. And Javon Evans pulls off a miraculous upset here as he moves on into the semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament. Great match. There was a nice surprise at the end with Javon picking up the victory. I'm not going to complain about, not being what I predicted with Seth winning, because it's Javon winning. So I'm happy Javon getting his biggest win on the main roster so far. A nice surprise win. The only nitpick that I really have is I don't want to see any more of Seth Rollins versus the Vision, but
too bad.
If that's the price I got to pay for Javon Evans picking up a big win, I'm all for it. Javon gets the win. He gets a big response from the France crowd, who were very happy to see him pull off the win here. I thought this was a nice little story that they told. Nice little story that they told with Talla dominating due to his size, Ricky kind of being the opportunist of a heel and trying to take advantage of the different times that he had control in the matchup. Seth playing the veteran and the favorite to win, while Javon was the underdog here. Everybody played their roles very well. It was exciting, had the crowd heavily involved and loud throughout. The interference at the end added more of a chaotic feel to the ending of the matchup. So it all paid off into a great way to end off this, probably the best episode of Monday Night Raw this year so far. As Javon moves on in the King of the Ring tournament, in the next round, he will face the winner of this coming Friday on SmackDown, Jey Uso versus LA Knight versus Royce Keys versus Finn Balor. Also, you got next week, it's going to be Oba versus Dominik Mysterio. You got IYO SKY versus Raquel Rodriguez in the Queen of the Ring. And like we said earlier, Roman Reigns makes his return to Monday Night Raw next week. What did you think about the 4-way main event and Javon Evans picking up the win, as well as Seth Rollins continuing to feud with the Vision?
One, go ahead, Seth. Keep feuding with the Vision. Stay out of this picture. I'm happy with it. Fuck it. Go for it. Fight with them niggas for the rest of the year. Fight with the Vision for the rest of 2026. I don't give a fuck. Because I ain't going to sit here and be a hypocrite and get mad at that when I want somebody other than the Big Four to be involved in big moments. And for Javon Evans, easily the biggest win of his WWE career took place in that fatal 4-way match to get into the semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament. Now he gets to fight whoever comes out of that, which would more than likely be either Jey Uso or LA Knight, or hope to God that the MFTs abduct Royce Keys and Chad Gable gets put into that match. And then we could get Javon Evans and Chad Gable. Like for fuck's sakes, bruh. Bruh, sign me up now. So just feeling excited for seeing other motherfuckers getting involved and getting into a prominent spot in this tournament. And Seth Rollins is out. Good. Good. Great. Fantastic. Good job. Stay the fuck out of the picture. So I ain't got no complaints of Braun Breaker fucking with Seth Rollins as long as they are out of the picture.
Yeah. It works for me.
Your whole fucking year away.
I am for this, especially if it does lead to Oba versus Javon in the finals. Continue that feud from NXT, and that's a big kind of stamp of approval that these guys are going to be kind of the guys they invest in long term.
I listen, and obviously both have completely changed, completely matured, and have evolved a lot since their NXT days.
Yeah.
But listen, if that happens to be the final, we all won.
We did.
We all won. Because we can't be mad at whoever wins.
We pressured WWE into doing something with the youth of the company. So I'm all for it. Count me in. Sign me up.
Right. So I ain't mad. I won't be mad. But yeah, sign me the fuck up. But fun match. The match was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And like anytime I see like Talla Tonga in a match, I'm like, oh god. But he served his purpose. He did good in this match. Ricky Saints was decent. Javon and Seth was really good. So it's a fun match, man. It was a fun match, and I am very, very pleased that it was Javon Evans that came out on top. Pleased at that effort, at that outcome, for sure.
Yeah, I agree with you. We got King Davion who says, why Royce gotta be abducted? If we want Chad Gable in it, I'm sorry, Royce Keys has to be the one.
Yeah, I mean, because Royce Keys ain't got no clout right now. Listen, because you know why? Because any one of the other two outside of Jey Uso, I wouldn't be mad at. I wouldn't be mad at LA Knight, Javon Evans semifinal. I wouldn't be mad at a Finn Balor, Javon Evans semifinal.
Yes, that would be dope. That'd be a dope match.
I don't know, and I'm getting to my life. I don't think anybody's gonna care if Royce Keys is in the final, in the semifinal.
Yeah.
It's not gonna hit.
No slight against him.
He don't got the accumulation of like contacts yet, like the time with any stories or anything like that. Like, it's gonna be nice to see him, but this ain't his time right now. He just got here. With Javon Evans, we outside.
We outside. Don't do that, Annika, saying best King of the Ring since King Booker. Don't forget about Gunther. Gunther is one of the all-timer King of the Rings. It led to him winning the World Heavyweight Championship for the first time. Cody missed me with that, but Cody didn't need to win the King of the Ring. But Gunther, I was down with that.
Hey, King Vaughn, I'm with it.
King Vaughn. All hail King Vaughn.
I'm with it. King Vaughn or the ruler with a crown.
Talk about it.
Just saying.
All right, but we've made it to the end of another edition of Rated Raw Review and another edition of WWE Monday Night Raw. But y'all know what time it is. It is time to give our ratings on the show. Let us know, what was your match of the night, your MVP, your LVP, your moment of the night. Whether you gave the show a thumbs up, a thumbs down, a thumbs in the middle, and out of 10, what did you give last night's show? For me and Top Guy JJ for the June 8th, 2026 edition of Monday Night Raw from Paris in 3, 2, 1. Look at that. Thumbs up across the board for this episode. Out of 10, I'm going to give this episode an 8 out of 10. Probably the highest grade. No, you know what? 8.5.
That's where I'm at. I'm at an 8.5. I'm at an 8.5. Like We got Rey and Penta. We got a really good match between Sol Ruca and Lyra Valkyria. We had that great, fantastical open with Oba Femi, Dom, and JD. We also got a really a good main event. We did get a good main event. The main event was good. We got this fucking reemergence of a fucking hero all of a sudden in Chad Gable.
True.
That's given us all hope. This was
all the matches were good. We got that Chad Gable post match, which was excellent. You got a surprise winner in the King of the Ring tournament as well. Like, yeah, this was, like I said at the top of the show, one of the best episodes of Monday Night Raw of the year, with the best crowd of the year.
Didn't win? Oh, we Gucci.
Yeah. Yeah. I was blown away by this episode of Monday Night Raw.
Even that match that lived, the wrong person won, but it was still a pretty good match.
Yeah, I agree. This hit on a lot of levels. This is one of the best episodes of WWE TV of 2026 so far.
Like we give them a lot of dirt. This time I'm gonna give them their flowers this week. Like this was a damn good episode, and this was probably, arguably, it depends on, what preference of crowd style you like, the crowd of the year.
Yeah, best crowd of the year. I don't think there's a question. This is the best crowd for a Monday Night Raw of the year so far. Then we got match of the night. I'm giving it to Penta and Rey.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Penta and Rey for match of the night. MVP, Chad fucking Gable.
1,000%. 1,000% it's Chad Gable. But honorable mention to the young OG, Javon Evans.
Absolutely. Then we'll go with LVP for the show. I will give it to Seth Rollins because he's stuck in the vision vortex.
Oh.
And I didn't like his backstage segment because now that's pointless.
Nah, you know what? Nah, LVP is Jey Uso, dog. LVP is Jey Uso. He got shitted on by Jacob. He wasn't listened to. He got shitted on by Seth. He got shitted on by Seth. He got shitted on by LA Knight. Oh, yeah. This was a dump truck fest for Jey Uso on this episode.
Fair. That's fair. And then moment of the episode, that's where I'll go with I'll go with Javon Evans winning in the main event and Chad Gable saving the Luchadors.
Yeah, the moment of the night is Chad Gable. Just Chad Gable in general. Like, and it wasn't really like you saw it coming because Dragon Lee already came out.
Yeah.
So they already got 3 baby faces out there. So that promo could have that exchange could have easily ended right there, and they just cut out Rusev holding the mask, but then you got the extra, which created an outstanding moment.
Agreed. But yes, those are our ratings on last night's show. Of course, we'll be back here next Tuesday with another edition of Rated Raw Review. I want to thank you all for joining us live. Thank you all for watching us on demand. If you haven't already, drop the thumbs up, share this video, subscribe if you are new, and join us here every Tuesday for Rated Raw Review. And thank you so much to the good brother, Top Guy JJ. As always, let the people know where they can follow you on social media and when they might see you again.
On Instagram, you can find me at TrueHill_Top Guy JJ, and on the YouTube channel, I will be back here next Tuesday. I just wait. I might be out next Tuesday.
Oh,
it's the start of my big store semi-annual sale. So I think I'm there for the first 2 days. It starts on Monday. I think I'm there for the first 2 days.
Let our third member know that you're going to be out next week.
Yeah, we tried that a month in advance. So we'll see how it goes a week in advance. So yeah, a lot of stuff has changed with two of my more important people out. So I kind of have to fill the voids.
No worries.
So I think I might have to be there next Tuesday.
Okay. I will let him know. I was going to need him to cover for me. I was going to take a week off on the 23rd, but my schedule has changed. So maybe he can just come in for you next week instead of coming in for me on the 23rd. I'll be here. But we check out not only here, because we have this channel for wrestling, but we have another channel, True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment, for some, we talk about sports, we talk about music, we talk about TV, movies, everything in between. We had our The Boys Universe Seasons Ranked tier list that we had out that dropped yesterday. But we had another one last week, Top Guy JJ, where we ranked every single album from Kanye West. Do you want to see the tier list?
Sure. Hit me with it.
This is the tier list made by me and Stat King of every single Kanye West album. You got the S tier, the A tier, the B tier, C tier, D tier, F tier, and the worst of the worst. There you go. So check it out. Check it out over on True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment, where we go into more detail on why we have ranked these albums in the places that there are.
That's a pretty solid pairings there.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if anybody else is gonna have 4 in the S tier. I don't know. We're planning on doing one for Drake. We're planning on doing one. We talked about doing one for Jay-Z and Eminem as well. So I don't know if anybody else is gonna have 4 in the S tier. Kendrick, J. Cole.
Yeah. That's 4 up there. It's highly unlikely.
Yeah. Like, I love Jay-Z's catalog, but I don't know if he has 4 S tiers like Kanye does. Love him or hate him, you can't deny his catalog is up there as all-timer. But check it out. It's over on the True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment channel, True Headphone Heat, our music podcast, where we'll be doing a plenty more tier rankings of hip-hop artists catalog. So go over and check it out. It's up right now. But check out all the great content we got on this channel, like True Hill Heat flagship podcast, True Hill Heat 384 from this past weekend. Myself, Miss Chrissy Love, and the True Draw Josh. Of course, join us on Saturday, 10:05 a.m. Eastern Time. It will be myself, the True Draw Josh, and of course, our good brother, John Escudero of Dirt Sheet Radio. Miss Chrissy Love will be out this week, but John will be joining us to talk about this week in wrestling. If you like New Japan content, check out our NJPW Best of Super Juniors 33 final review, where we broke down the final night of the tournament and Yo's win to get a shot at the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship at Dominion. Join us here on Friday for NJPW Dominion 2026 preview. Myself, Jay News, and Sanal for that one. I will be back live on Thursday at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time with AE Ramble, the best and longest running AEW Dynamite review in the land. Me and Jimmy Rackaram reviewing this week's AEW Dynamite. We got the Owen Hart Cup tournament. We got summer blockbuster action. So we'll be talking all about that on Thursday. So join us for that. We got a True Heel Heat cut dropping tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that as well. But until then, that is Top Guy JJ. It is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3. This has been Rated Raw Review number 123. Apology accepted for the June 8th, 2026 edition of Monday Night Raw. We are signing off until next time.
Wow. 2 good weeks in a row is fucking insane.